All right, guys, here we are. We're going to divide polynomials by a non-linear term. You're going to notice that problem right there. Well, I want to drag your attention down here to that x squared plus 3. It's a problem we've had in some of our previous videos. You'll notice that in x squared plus 3, we are missing the linear term. So we are missing the x value. So we're missing x. Well, guess what? It's missing. What could possibly be in front of it that makes it just vanish? It must be a 0 because 0 times x is 0. So I'm going to write that down. Instead of writing x squared plus 3, I need to pay attention to the fact that it is x squared plus 0x plus 3. And as we do this division, as we've learned in the previous section, I'm going to take what I'm dividing by, and I'm going to put that right along the edge. So x squared 0x plus 3. Once I have that, I'm going to finish out putting some of that information on the table. I'm going to finish out the lines, and then I'm going to take the numerator and I'm going to drag it onto the intersections of those lines and wrap it around the box. So x cubed minus 8x squared plus 3. Let's go ahead and see if we can do some multicolors, make this easier. So x cubed, let's go with negative 8x squared. Okay, then let's go ahead and put maybe positive 3x in purple. Is that what that is? Positive 3x in purple. And then finish drawing that line further down, which was, if I remember correctly, it was minus 24. So let's add that color in there, minus 24. In green, minus 24. Now, once we're here, we do what we've been doing the entire time, which is pretty straightforward. We take that first value, that first x cubed, we slide it into the box, and we go back to that question. What do I multiply x squared by to get x cubed? Well, that is just simply x. So x times x squared, remember we're multiplying, is going to give us this x cubed. Once I have that, I'm just going to work my way down. So I'm going to say, okay, well, what do I multiply x by in order to get, oh, I'm sorry, I take that x and I multiply it by 0x, which is now 0x squared. And once we've got that information, I keep working my way down a little bit further. I take the purple one and I say, okay, well, let's go x. And now I say times 3, which is 3x. And then I finish out that entire first column. Now, at this point, I say, well, let's go back up to the top. And I'm going to say at the diagonal, these two must add up to that negative 8x squared that's sitting there. So what has to be in this spot? Well, that has to be a negative 8x squared. Negative 8x squared plus 0x squared is negative 8x squared, right? Well, that gives me, by finding out this first spot, that gives me the information I need to be able to find the next missing spot at the top of the box. Okay, so I say, okay, what do I multiply x squared by in order to get negative 8x squared? Well, I've got the x squared, I just need a negative 8 here. And now I just work my way down just like we did before. So I say, okay, well, let's see here. Negative 8 times 0 is negative 0x. Okay, I bring out the next color. I say negative 8 times positive 3 is negative 24. And check it out. These guys are exactly the same. There's nothing that I could possibly add onto it to get a negative 24. So our answer must be x minus 8. And what did we divide? Divide by? Well, x squared plus 3. Now, the answer we were looking for is this, x minus 8, but we want to verify that our answers are correct. So we go to Desmos and we type in the original equation. We give it a nice little name. I'm going to type in the numerator, x cubed minus 8x squared plus 3x minus 24. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to type in what our answers were. But I'm going to multiply them because remember the product of those two values should give us the original function. So I'm going to type in x squared plus 3, which is what we divided by. If I multiply it by our answer, which is x minus 8, it should line up, and it does. Thank you, Lord. So we don't have to keep on moving with that. And there's how we can verify that answer. That is some good stuff right there.